showing off my work when it comes to jerseys. It's not something I like to do all the time. I'm not a I'm not a trained graphic designer in any way. I'm a learn as I go type of guy, but those retro jerseys, I prefer the pink and green ones. I really don't like the white, purple, and blue ones, but hey, that's me. I can criticize my own work. That was actually their idea. The team wanted white jerseys because Winnipeg got into a weird phase where it's like, oh, we got black jerseys, black and colored jerseys, but everybody wants white ones too because we want to copy Z Warriors. Sorry, I'm not taking any shots at anybody, but Vagistes, you're looking for the Vagistes game? Her Vagistes are playing on court number 2. Type in 2.dodgeballttv.com. And that'll bring you straight to the Vagistes game. I'll type that in the chat for you. And you can literally click that link and it'll bring you right to her Vagistes versus Rainbow Thunder. And I may have said that too close to the court 2 microphone that you may have heard my voice over on court number 2. I apologize, but I don't know who I'm apologizing to because no one listening on court number 2 can hear me right now. Jason Mergler throwing right down the middle of the Kiwis, hitting out his target. You've got 4 players from left to right on the Kiwis side. Wow, you're sitting and looking at Jason Mergler on the right, Mr. Snow on the left. Not on your screen, but literally from left to right on the court. Jeff Snow pushing back the team, missing his target. Nate Gatza also missing his. Left guard over here of the Kiwis trying to throw back on Jason Mergler, but missing his target as well. It's a bit of a stalemate, 5-on-4. Right over Nate Gatza's head. I like to call him Caveman Nate Gatza. When I first met the man, he had longer hair than that. It was also dyed platinum blonde. Guess he got rid of the platinum blonde idea. Went for a more natural look. Right over the head of Hustis. And being tagged out by Jeff Snow right after that little segment of action. 2-on-5 between Mergler catching out his target. Is this playoffs? No, it's not. It's not playoffs. There's a couple more games left. Right after lunchtime, we'll have playoffs. Thank you, Matt, for the question. It's a very easy question. As for Jeff Snow's on retro, yeah, Jeff Snow's on retro, but here are the facts. He will not be playing on retro for the Manitoba Provincial Championships because he's from Ontario. So you don't have to be too excited about that. I know that's a little bit of a shock. However, I kind of wonder if Jason Mergler might be might be able to represent Manitoba, as he is currently has a mailing address in Manitoba, I believe. He's going to school at the University of Manitoba. I believe he may have picked that school solely based on the dodgeball, the dodgeball community out in Manitoba. Caught out was Klappa. Nesta Klappa, as I call him this morning. May have thrown him off because I really never talked to the guy. I know his name, he might not know mine. It is now time for Kiwis throw as they eye down the competition. Opting to go for the Jason Mergler shot, went right between Mergler and Harder. Jeff Snow calling to Hustis on to do something. Snow and Harder both through. As I go and retrieve that ball for them. I wear too many hats here, as I also am wearing a physical hat myself. Retro is up 1-0 and it is not pregame. It is the first half. I know you don't want to play against Mergler, but hey, you also don't have to make a team if you don't want to. I'm just kidding. The more teams, the better out in Manitoba. Usually we get about 12 men's teams on any given year. Hustis pushing back the competition, freaking them right out. As we got Eldon Wu try to throw back the competition, ended up hitting a ball retriever on the side, and the ball came right back. Over top of the ball that was thrown at him. So did Wu. It is now time for the Retro players to make their point heard. As Wu throws off, no look, cross court, missing a shot. Not even a block attempt required there. Kiwis come out to the line. Oh, tagged right on the arm. Eustace puts his arms up in victory, as that might have been his first hit of the day. It's been a long morning, boys and girls. Eustace with an easy block. Wu and Eustace. Their turn to throw with more players on the court for them. It's coming up to the line. Throwing right in the middle. One of the balls were caught, but one of the balls also weren't, which really means nothing. It wasn't caught fast enough. The player was dead before the call could be called a catch. Snow super cute. Wow. Vote right now for your predictions with your channel points. Who do you think is going to win this match, Retro or Kiwis? Kiwis have really pushed Retro to their limits. There's a lot of ways this game can go. I know they're only up 2-0, but we've seen a lot of comebacks in here, especially since Gatsa now already taken out. Did not know. walks right off the court. In a bit of a military mode. Kiwis trying to push back Jeff Snow, and he did not have any of it. Player hit the back line on the Kiwis side, and they are calling him out on that. Very easy to jump back, hop back a little bit and hit that line, especially if you're not looking back every once in a while to see how close you are. I've noticed in this tournament that there has been a little bit of rustiness when it comes to hitting that back line. Court awareness has gone down quite a bit, and I did see that out in the Winnipeg leagues the last 2 weeks at the end of September, where a lot of the players were hitting that center line. Very easy to do when you have not played in over a year and you don't have that practice in. Kind of funny. It's been interesting that a lot of these players don't seem to have their arms affected, but their court awareness has gone way down, and I don't think anyone is immune to that. But by the time provincial season comes around, everybody will probably be back up to tip-top shape and ready to hit the road for their national championship qualifying matches on the provincial side of things. I can't wait to get that going. Ooh, tapping the ball inside court. Eldon Wu almost dodging into that ball that was just thrown at him. Mergler not having any of it and pushing the players back. Get off my lawn. Players coming up. Oh, center player there hit, and I almost got hit by a cross court from Jeff Snow. That wouldn't be the first time. Mergler could not dodge all those balls at once. They basically threw their entire inventory at him. Retro almost getting hit during a huddle. It was a good move. Unfortunately, got nothing out of it. Now they got one ball left. Nate Gatsa keeping their left guard, Kiwis left guard off the rest of his team, because it looks like he's a bit of a loose cannon when it comes to that, but that is very dangerous when you got a left guard that has that sort of style. Especially when you huddle up for action. There could be a lot of triple shots. Oh, and speaking of triple shots, that was not a triple, but that was a double. Basically right off the face of Klappa into the face of Harder. I don't know why I was going to call him Jeffrey Harder. I'm rusty with names, as you can tell. Mr. Kevin Harder is what I meant to say. Gatsa and Snow coming up to the line. They're down 1. Nope, they just tied up what's on court, 2-2. Time for Kiwis. Yeah, I really love that fruit. I might go pick me up some Kiwis at Sobeys on my way out so I can eat some in the hotel room after this, right over Jeff Snow's head. And I'm not talking about the birds, I'm talking about the fruit. I understand that these teams are based on flightless birds, but please, I do not eat birds that are not chicken or turkey or quail or any other bird that, you know, humans regularly eat. Nate Gatza coming up. Oh, right over my head. I don't know if he was aiming for me or what. But he missed. Do it again. Nate coming up as he's wanting to go for that block, but it is now sudden death time. Was not fast enough to get those balls off. However, Nate Gatza can survive in a situation like this. There's a lot of ways this can go. This could be Kiwis' first point, but this could also be Retro's fourth point, basically solidifying the end of this match. He was not looking, almost hit. Caught right out. Let's go is what was yelled on court. It is now 3-1. Second half, 9 minutes left in this entire match. Jeff Snow is super cute. I forgot I acknowledged that earlier. But I imagine that might be a biased comment. You've got maybe a minute and a half left to vote on who you think will win this match. Is it Retro? Is it Kiwis? Vote your channel points. They're called hits. You can do many things with hits, including gambling them all off for more hits. It's a fun little game we like to play here. It's almost gambling, but we don't call it gambling because it's legal here on Twitch. Retro's turn to throw. Klappa opting for the ball on the left side, mainly because it looks like Jeff Snow wants to give him a chance to play. Ball caught, almost. Yeah, ball was caught on the left side, or not. I thought it was. It was ground first, said the player who potentially caught the ball. Nate Gatza thrown right in the arm. No, it was past the shoulder. Klappa trying to avenge. It would have been avenging because the fact that Nate actually didn't get hit out there. Sorry, I thought I did. Eldon Wu is also super cute. Lot of bias going on there. Actually, I agree with that. Eldon Wu is super cute. Speaking of, what a super cute shot by Eldon Wu. Taking out the player trying to get some balls over on the Kiwi side. Ending up getting one more ball for them, but getting hit out in the process. Klappa now has the ball in hand. Eustace making the call. The Pied Piper down the middle. Eldon Wu with a nice block against. Cross throw by Snow. Klappa opting for Snow to have that ball. I like my hair today. I also like Eldon Wu's hair today. Harder now with the ball as well, coming up to the line. Snow jumped right over that ball. As it is now still Retro's throw. Almost a catch against Snow, but Snow hit hard enough that that ball cannot be kept in the hands of the Kiwis right guard. And Harder with that throw, but he's getting hit out in the process. Wu making sure that that player did not end up not being hit out, since I believe Harder would have been hit out first in the process. Retro's now up 4-1. I guess I can't call that a very biased comment if I believe the fact is true. Am I right? Retro up 4-1, and we've got 6 minutes left in this entire match. Kiwis pushing back Snow. Snow with the block attempt. Skidding right on the arm. Eustace opting for left. Coming up to the line, but Gatzo's probably, I thought, was going to be the one to throw, but instead opting to protect the Pied Piper, Joshua Eustace. Harder, what a catch over to the left side over there, which is pretty much what he does. one of the best catchers coming out of Dodgeball Manitoba, Dodgeball Winnipeg area. 44 years old and never looked so good was the comment on the sidelines from Mr. Daniel Hoser. Sorry, Holzer. Hoser. I apologize for that. He does kind of look like a hoser if you put some plaid on the guy. I will now call him Hoser from now on. True dodgeballers shave their heads to avoid hair hits. You're not completely wrong. It's either, and then I'm basically looking over at Nate Gatza, who has the longest hair by far in this entire tournament, from the men's side, of course. I'm sure there's a lot of hair hits. The hair is long enough that he won't be able to feel them as much, however. Ooh, what a face shot from Harder. As the last name suggests, his balls do throw a bit harder, so that may have hurt a little bit. Mergler with the block on the right side, but Snow falling right over and getting hit out. Gatza. Oh, all three of them on the left side went for the throw and completely dodged on the Kiwis side. Hustis doing the watching you thing. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You can't see me, but I can see you. Mergler pushing back the Kiwis that are left on the court. Ooh, Gatza lifted his arm. Almost looked like it hit him. Ooh. Kiwis turn to throw as they have 4 balls on court. We're coming at you live from the Repsol Center in the heart of Calgary. Calgary, Alberta. Eustace hitting out his target. Mergler trying for the same along with Eldon Wu. Missing the shots. Gatza. No, going for basically the head from Harder. He's making that arm movement where it's like, yeah, whoops. He was not aiming for that, that's for sure. He's not that type of guy. Oh, the player off Kiwis trying to go for Eldon Wu. Missing Eldon Wu and looked like he was aiming for Joshua Hustis in the process, but missed him as well. Not sure what he was planning to do. It almost worked out for him, unfortunately. I just got a woo. From Mr. Hustis over there. I don't know if that's a Ric Flair reference or if that's a Team Canada 2017 reference. That's a long time ago. Oh, right in the face. Like I said, Harders is not aiming for those shots, but sometimes it just happens. Been hit in the face plenty of times. It's not a fun time. Worst one would have been the Go tournament. The Go tournament in 2000, I believe it's 2019, September 2019. I got clapped right in the face by one. Mr. Josh LeBerge hitting me right in the jaw. That was my first and only dodgeball concussion ever. I have never been the same. I blame a lot of that for my shortcomings of my brain. I'm just kidding. Sure, it may have been a concussion in the end, but I'm not blaming Josh LeBerge in any way for that. I'm just telling a fun story. Twitch.tv/dodgeballttv2 is the other stream, but the announcer isn't as good. Don't believe what you read on the internet, boys and girls. The announcers can be very good over there. Erica Spitz holding down the fort while I have to deal with all these networking issues on the side. Don't take anything away from her. Join her. She is commentating with, I believe, Terry Thrasher right now on the women's court, where you've got Rainbow Thunder, the other Winnipeg team, versus her Vagesties. It was small writing. I could not read that from here. Basically side by side, as there are always networking issues. But so far so good, am I right? Nate Gatza going up to Harder. Harder, his balls are just floating way too high. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, he's not aiming for those headshots, but when they do happen, I still clip them because I love seeing people get hit in the face. It's one of the many things you don't aim for in dodgeball. However, it's it's really fun when you get to watch yourself get hit to see what kind of like ragdoll effects your avatar in this world may be attributed with. Klappa right down the center, taking out the Masked Avenger on the other side. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a pandemic tournament, but we're doing the best we can and the most we can to make sure this is a safe environment for everybody in this wonderful world that we live in. I am not sure how to take that cuter ooh woo comment. This one is cuter, thanks, I guess. Metro Baldan. I appreciate the comment. Sudden death off a second half. As they come up, Retro's throw coming up to the line. And that was quite a floater with Hoser over on the left corner over here. Almost stopping that ball from going into the women's court. Oh, Mergler not having any of that dodging that left guard was doing on that side of Kiwis. He just wanted that guy off the court, and he got it. He got his wish. Coming up to the line, right, Klappa right into the kneecaps of Teal. Gatza with the hit on the left guard that replaced the other left guard after also being hit. The Pied Piper, Josh Eustace, making the right guard of the Kiwis hop for his supper or something like that. As they come up to the line, the Kiwis opting to go for Mergler. Did make the hit on Mergler, but Klappa catching off the other cross-court shot, and they're going with the block on Mr. Klappa, shaking his head in disbelief. You only do that a couple of times in your life before you realize you've made a mistake. Doesn't matter either way. Retro ends this game 7-1. And we end up going into the next game coming right up for you here on Dodgeball on Twitch. Thank you, Lycantin, for the Prime Gaming subscription. Honestly, this stuff does help from time to time. There's a lot of work that goes into all these streams on a daily basis. Not everything is perfect, and not saying that with more money things will work, but as we see the support come in for these streams and how they are appreciated, and we do see that, the more streams that will come down the line.